Well, hi there. Warm welcome. You're watching Times Now, and I'm Meghna Deka. Today has been a day of thumping victory for the Congress in the state of Karnataka, and the focus, of course, has now shifted onto who will get the top job in Karnataka as the party staring at its next speed breaker. Will it be astute veteran Siddaramaiah or the loyal General DK Shivakumar? Even before the election results, several of the claimants to the post had made their ambitions very clear. It's no different now after the victory. In fact, the supporters of both DKS and Siddaramaiah have come out onto the streets celebrating the big win, but also pitching both of them for the top post of the Chief Minister. But if sources are to be believed, then 2.5 years formula is being discussed at the back door in order to try and placate both the top leaders of the party. So will there be a compromise of sorts? We'll have to wait and see.
DK सरकार अपनी बात 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 DK सरकार धन्यवाद DK सरकार अपनी बात 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 DK सरकार मुख्यमंत्री सिद्धरामैया नूतन मुख्यमंत्री सिद्धरामैया नूतन मुख्यमंत्री साहब सामाजिक न्याय अधिकारिके सामाजिक न्याय पद्धतिಗೆ अधिकारिके सामाजिक न्याय अधिकारिके सामाजिक न्याय अधिकारिके सामाजिक न्याय
Well, interesting, isn't it? It's one camp versus the other camp already minutes after the results came out. Well, the battle, of course, is only half won, and the hurly-burly is not yet done. The mandate might have favored the Congress, but the biggest task of finding the person for the top post in Karnataka still remains an uphill task for the Congress, as both DKS as well as Siddaramaiah, the strongmen of the Congress, are claimants to the CM post. Interestingly, when they spoke, one of them, DK Shivakumar, has thanked the High Command Sonia Gandhi. On the other hand, you had Siddaramaiah, who has thanked Rahul Gandhi and said he should be the next Prime Minister of India.
I credit my party cadres and all my leaders. They have worked hard. People have exposed faith in us, and the leaders have supported us. It is a collective leadership, and we have jointly worked. I have said in the beginning, joining together is the beginning. On the day I took the oath, thinking together is the progress, working together is the success. That is what I said on the day. I assured Srimati Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi that, and Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge, that I will deliver Karnataka to their fold. I can't forget Srimati Sonia Gandhi coming to meet me in jail when all these BJP people put me under jail. So I rather choose to be in jail than having an office.
I think this election is a very crucial election. This result of this election will be a stepping stone for the coming Lok Sabha election. I hope that all non-BJP parties come together and see that BJP is defeated. I also hope that Rahul ji may become the Prime Minister of this country.
Well, two different victory speeches, and Madhav Das Gopalakrishnan joins us. What do you make of it? Where does the decision really get made? We all know, Madhav, tomorrow is going to be the big CLP meet, but will it be the CLP or will it be the High Command in Delhi? Who decides?
Well, we all know that the CLP, or whichever party you talk about ultimately, Meghna, it's ultimately the central leadership that largely takes the decisions, and that decision is communicated to legislatures who formally then elect their leader. That's how it normally works, and perhaps in this case it's going to be no different. However, right now there's a very big choice they have to make. How they're going to resolve this leadership crisis or this leadership issue, because there are very clearly two strong claimants, Siddaramaiah on one side, DK Shivakumar on the other side. In fact, as you saw just now, one of them referring to Sonia Gandhi, another one referring to Rahul Gandhi, while in fact giving them credit for the victory there. So how it's going to play out is going to be very interesting to watch out for. Thanks so much for that, Meghna. In fact, let me quickly introduce our guests before I quickly go across to all the content that we have, all the sound bites that we are playing out. We have with us Mr. R. Rajgopalan, senior journalist, joining us here in our studio. JVC Sriram is a political strategist. He's going to be joining us in just a moment. Pratap Kanagal is a state spokesperson of JDS, joining us live from Bengaluru. We also have with us Suman C. Raman, political analyst. Tessin Poonawalla continues to be with us. GVL Narasimha Rao will be joining us soon. So now the ball lies within the court of the party high command, who's likely to take this decision post a CLP meeting tomorrow. The party is expected to announce the decision within the next 2 to 3 days. And we spoke to party president Mallikarjun Kharge about the results and who will grab the CM's chair. He says that it will be a well thought out decision and that the party will take a call soon. Listen in.
ಇವತ್ತು ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲ ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸದಸ್ಯರು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಬಂದ ಮೇಲೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಅವರು ನಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಮುಂದೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ದವರು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವರ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವರ್ ಕಳಿಸಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಮುಂದಿನ ಪ್ರಕ್ರಿಯೆ ನಡೀತದೆ.
Let's quickly go across to Pragya, who's joining us from the location where the press conference is expected to happen. Pragya, are we expecting a big announcement today, or will it all happen after the CLP takes place? What exactly is on the cards? Pragya, can you hear me? All right, let's quickly take this question across to our guests. All right, what's going to happen, Tessin Poonawalla? The big question is whether we are looking at a possible 50-50 seat-sharing formula. It was asked to Mr. Siddaramaiah by one of my colleagues, Imran, in the run-up to this election. He said it is just not acceptable to me. But is that finally what we are possibly looking at?
There is, and Siddaramaiah knows there's nothing called impossible in politics. But first, I must compliment Times Now and your fantastic team, not just here, but Deepak and Imran. What a fantastic team you have in Karnataka. So you guys were leading the coverage in the country. So yeah, Siddaramaiah must have spoken to Imran, but nothing is impossible. Ultimately, the majority of the MLAs and the high command will decide. But I think it's going to be a vote for stability, for good governance. In my opinion, it leans towards Siddaramaiah. I'm not going to make any bones about it. It seems like that.
This is going to be very interesting. Is a 50-50 formula workable, Mr. Rajgopal, in your view? In many a time, even in Karnataka, when Kumaraswamy and Yediyurappa had a 50-50 formula, it didn't really work. So is that a practical possibility in Karnataka this time around?
After, once this 50-50 formula, whether it is PDP, BJP, or for that matter, even Devagowda and JDS, Congress, other states.
BSP, BJP also.
BJP, BSP, BJP. It won't work because first 2.5 years, creamy layer, फिर bottom layer, ये सारा दोनों मारामारी होगा. मुझे लगता है एक सचिन पायलट is now brewing up now within the Congress, and my understanding is it's a good day. We should not speak anything bad about Congress.
Okay.
Congress has its own mechanism. Like देखो कल कर्नाटका में पोलिंग है. आज पाद यात्रा निकाल रहा है मिस्टर सचिन पायलट. उधर बघेल सिंहदेव कह रहे हैं मैं निकल जाऊंगा करके. छत्तीसगढ़ में. महाराष्ट्र में
fair comparison? Suman, is that a fair comparison to compare what's happening there with Sachin Pilot at all? Because I think DK is a slightly different category of leader.
By the way, Mr. T.S. Singhdev has said as long as he is alive, he will not leave the Congress. This is for record, and I've seen the interview also.
Yeah, I've spoken to him myself.
Yeah, so I think let's get that out of the way. The point is, this 2.5 year formula may not be as improbable or impossible as it sounds, for the simple reason: A, the Congress has a comfortable majority. B, Mr. Siddaramaiah is already 74-75 years, so 2.5 years down the line he would be close to 77.5, 78. So there is a possibility. Of course, DKS is much younger, so there is no issue about him potentially agreeing to be a deputy chief minister for 2.5 years, potentially having 2 or 3 key portfolios with him, and biding his time. Maybe get his loyalists a larger chunk into the cabinet.
Okay.
So that is a possibility that can be. I don't think they will watch it up now.
All right. A few weeks ago, this is what Siddaramaiah told our correspondent Imran Khan. Listen in.
So Delhi rallies say you enjoy the backing of Rahul Gandhi, whereas Mr. DK Shivakumar enjoy the backing of Priyanka Gandhi. And they're going for it to, if you come to power, you're going for two and a half years of CM post.
That does not,
Rahul has promised anything.
that does not arise at all, because such an agreement has not been made so far. That is number one. Number two, see, we are all interested to bring the Congress party back to power. That is number one. Number two, after the election, the elected MLAs, they will decide who will be the leader of the legislature party and who should head the government. See, they have to decide, and the High Command has to give its approval. See, this is the procedure in democracy, and Congress party's procedure is also like that, and they will do that.
We'll bring in Sanjay Jha. Let me quickly bring in GVL Narasimha Rao as well, Member of Parliament from the BJP in the Rajya Sabha. GVL Narasimha Rao, is this 50-50 a formula that is workable in your view? Because there are many who express the apprehensions of past experiences of whether it will actually happen and there will be in fact a handover peacefully.
Madhav, I think that's a matter to be decided internally by the Congress party. But let me simply, not as a BJP member, but also as a poll analyst, let me tell you what is the significance of this election result. Certainly, while Siddaramaiah was largely acceptable to the electorate of Karnataka, because all polls have shown him in the lead as far as popularity rankings are concerned, I don't think there is any poll which put him at a second position. DK figured very low in terms of popularity ratings. But in terms of the significance of the outcome, I would say DK had played a very significant role, because 5% loss of JDS votes could somewhat, I'm only making a guess at this stage, could be on account of DK being a potential chief ministerial candidate from the Wakaliga community. So if he were not to be made a chief minister, certainly the Wakaliga community will feel very demoralized, because otherwise a 5% loss for JDS in an election like this is not expected. And that 5% has gone entirely towards the Congress.
Right.
Had it been split between BJP and the Congress, you could have said this is only vote moving away from JDS. So this could be that additional 3-4% vote swung in favor of the Congress could largely be on account of caste factor for Shivakumar.
Okay.
So if he's not made a CM, Wakaligas will turn away from the Congress party, whatever numbers have turned towards them. This is again a very, I would say, a political analysis. It doesn't matter at this stage. They have won the election.
All right,
Good
there are
luck to
visuals
them.
coming in. In fact, just a second, GVL, there's a quick update coming in. Mallikarjun Kharge has reached the KPCC office. There's a meeting scheduled over there. Mallikarjun Kharge, DK Shivakumar, there you can see DK Suresh has also reached from Ramnagaram, where he had accompanied DK Shivakumar and his brother to collect, in fact, his certificate, the winning certificate. He's speaking there at the moment. Let's listen to what DK Suresh has to say.
In PCC office, Karnataka Pradesh Congress Committee office, AICC General Secretary and PCC and CLP, including our AICC chief, they will address the media, they will tell you the process and everything.
Sir, Prime Minister also congratulate Congress party for the victory.
Thank you for wishing him.
Sir, next CM.
As a brother, definitely I will be happy if he becomes CM. I don't know all these things. As a common man, as a brother of DK Shivakumar, I will be the most happiest person if he becomes Chief Minister.
Thank you. Sir,
On both sides, Sanjay Jha, both sides are actually talking about their leader becoming the chief minister. It doesn't get tougher than this. Of course, there's going to be a press conference. We know that there will ultimately be a decision, perhaps from New Delhi, from 10 Janpath, ultimately, to finally take a call on what the formula will be. But will it be 50-50 is the question we're asking at the moment.
Madhav, that's exactly what politics is about, right? Even when you win, in your moment of triumph, you still have a challenge. And I think it's good to have this problem or this kind of a crisis rather than being in the opposition. So I think both of them are heavyweights. They both bring extraordinary strengths for the Congress in Karnataka. Both of them have played, in my opinion, an equal role in the Congress triumph. And, eventually this is where the internal democracy of the Congress ultimately will be tested. I do believe that end of the day, Madhav, it is important to let the legislators decide who they want as the chief minister. You know, even the perception that a leader is chosen because of Delhi's intervention will be unhealthy. And, you know, because Karnataka is again one of the most premier states of India, it has given Congress an opportunity at a time when the party has been in the doldrums. And with Himachal and Karnataka both being bagged back to back, literally, the Congress actually gets a massive fillip.
Okay.
So I think the leadership here needs to handle this very intelligently and with a lot of sensitivity, because, you know, I'm a big believer that having ambition in politics is, if you don't have ambition, you should not be in politics.
Absolutely.
And,
Not
you know,
just
it's a very
2024.
legitimate desire to be a chief minister. Why not?
Would you not want
Okay.
to be?
Exactly.
An important state like Karnataka.
Important
Of course,
state, yeah.
I think.
And there are 4 other elections
And
this year.
no.
There's Telangana, there's Madhya Pradesh, there's Rajasthan, there is Chhattisgarh.
Yeah.
All of these are important states when you look at the larger national perspective. I'm going to come to you in just a minute, Tessie. Let me bring in Mr. Shriram. Mr. Shriram, 2020, is it practical? And of course, the important question of 2024, which in fact is being brought up here by Sanjay Jha. How do you look at both of these situations?
See, I think 2024, comparing it with 2023 state assembly election, is a very, very unfair comparison. Because when I started telling that, you know, BJP got 53.75% of votes in 2019 Karnataka, they kept saying that, no, that is a national election. So a state election is fought on a different local issue. Let me just bring one perspective here. The same booth in Odisha, same day, both national election and also assembly elections take place. BJP scores 37.5% in the Lok Sabha election. In the assembly election, it comes down to around 31%. Same booth. It is the same voter who is casting it. And we know pretty well Odisha, BJP is not as strong as what it is in Karnataka. So, national election, Lok Sabha 2024 is fought on a different basis altogether. Congress to BJP in around 190 seats. There is no contest at all. Take the case of a state like Gujarat, where Congress was decimated a few months back. Because people talk about Himachal Pradesh, people talk about Karnataka. Why don't people talk about Gujarat, which happened on the same day as that of Himachal Pradesh? Congress got decimated in Gujarat. Not the same way. Not the same way BJP got decimated today. BJP had a decent enough numbers. They are not even official opposition party in Gujarat.
They're about half the numbers. They're about 137-64. Can that really be called decent?
No,
because they're way far away from the majority.
The point is that I accept the fact that there has been an anti-incumbency and Congress has performed exceedingly well. Because they have performed as well as what they have performed in 1989. After 1989,
there's a quality of win and there's a quality of loss also.
Yeah, one question to Mr. Rao. The campaign was largely fought by the BJP on Azan, hijab, halal, and then towards the end on the Bajrang Dal and so on. In hindsight, do you think that possibly was not a great idea? Because on one side you had the Congress saying prices are rising, gas cylinder will be given, we'll give freebies and stuff like that. And on the other side was the Prime Minister addressing mega rallies with Jai Bajrang Bali and so on. So was it a miscalculation of sorts?
I think GVL should answer that. GVL, was there a miscalculation in the kind of issues that were selected?
Absolutely no, because looking at, if you have to, when you say there is anti-incumbency, the BJP was not in tune with the popular mood. Obviously, the BJP strength should have gone down in terms of popular vote, because what translates into seats is popular vote. And as per Election Commission data, even as of this moment, our vote share has remained intact. So what has happened? Congress was unsuccessful in taking any votes from the BJP. So so it has only moved from the JDS. Votes have moved from JDS to the Congress, and largely this is on account of caste factor.
Let's bring in the JDS.
The Vakkaliga factor. Let me make it very clear. And that's why I said earlier, if you do not make a Vakkaliga CM, there will be a backlash from day one. But that won't obviously result in any change in the electoral outcome today. But certainly that shift of JDS vote to the Congress is a Vakkaliga.
Let me bring in Pratap Kanagal on that. That's an important point you're making. Pratap Kanagal, come in on that, because the BJP spokesperson says if there's no Vakkaliga CM, there could be a potential backlash. That's his allegation. But your party has been completely decimated today, standing at just 20 seats, because this is perhaps one of your worst performances in over 2.5 decades.
Yes, we accept this defeat. We accept people's mandate, and I'm humble. It's basically, especially the whole old Mysore region has voted to Congress, assuming that maximum, many of our colleague votes have transferred to Congress, assuming Mr. DK Shivakumar is going to be Chief Minister of Karnataka. So, and also I would like to congratulate Karnataka Congress for their win.
But what happens to the future of your party, sir? As Mr. Rajgopal just pointed out, with Nikhil Kumarasamy losing, the future leadership of your party also is not able to win election after election, losing in Mandya, losing in the family pocket borough of Ramnagaram. Many will ask, what is the question? What is the problem that is ailing the JDS? Have they lost, or have they not able to capture the imagination of people anymore?
That's what. See, one of the maybe this election, maybe we have if you look at the 20 seats, out of that we have won outside old Mysore, some other districts we won single digit seats in outside, but we lost more in old Mysore. Probably maybe I feel that maybe we overlooked it, or we were overconfident about old Mysore, that we are going to win, because looking at the margin what we had won in the last election.
Many hands going up. I just want to quickly get an update. I'm going to come to all of you gentlemen. Just want to get a quick update from our reporters on ground. Pragya is joining us from the KPCC office. We also have Imran joining us. I'm going to come to both of you. Imran, what can we expect will happen? How soon is that briefing going to begin? I'm going to come to you first and then to Pragya. Imran.
Well, Madhav, 6:30 is the press conference going to start now, in a short while from now, and the briefing will start. Hectic parley happening at Kharge's house. So discussions going on about the chief minister. What will be who will be the next chief minister? What we're getting to know is that the High Command is taking from tomorrow at the CLP meet responses from the MLAs as to how to go about it, whether they'll go for ballot voting or whether they'll go for any other method which they can decide as to who will be the next chief minister. That will be after discussion with the MLAs, that the process will follow. But very surprisingly, the High Command should have expected the situation would arise, that considering the fact that all exit polls have been given and all this talks about who will be the chief minister has been going on for almost 2 months now in the minds of at least the Congress workers and common general public. They must have had some idea as to how to go about it, whether a compromise solution has been found. We have to wait and see, but they are very close, keeping their cards close to their chest, not revealing much as to who will be the next chief minister, because that is very crux of the situation now with the Congress is right now.
Absolutely. Who will be the next chief minister? Will it be the 50-50 formula? Let me quickly bring in Pragya on that. Pragya, what are your sources telling you? Is the 50-50 formula likely to be one of the solutions?
Madhav, the people are very tight-lipped on who would be the next CM candidate. As you know, that this is a very controversial decision that Congress government has to make. They are taking dig at BJP, saying that it is top brass who decides, and it is we who do the actually take actual process and procedure to choose our CM candidate by calling CLP. But we all know that the decision will be taken by the High Command here as well. So we are yet to hear from all the leaders here as to what could be the decision. But as we know that both Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar both has expressed their desire to be the CM candidate and the CM of the country.
Absolutely. They both want to become the Chief Minister of Karnataka, but who will finally win that race is a very big question at the moment. Stay with us, Imran and Pragya. I'm going to come to all our panelists as well. We're going to slip into a very quick break. The discussion continues on the other side, not just on the national picture, what will happen in Karnataka, and what were the issues that led to close to a dozen ministers actually losing in this election. We'll be back with all of those aspects in just a few moments. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Congress Neta has sparked a controversy when asked on the Bajrang Dal ban move. DK Hariprasad says that those wagging their tails and vitiating the atmosphere will be banned at the moment. That's the information coming in. In fact, this is what the Congress leader has said. Listen in.
But you spoke about banning Bajrang Dal. Will you do that?
Well, if anybody wags their tail, if they work beyond the constitution, if they take law into their own hands, definitely we will act. They will have to face the music.
But what about PFI and SDPI?
Anybody for that matter, anybody who wants to take the law into their own hands, like moral policing or in the name of religion, if they want to harass people or kill people, if they take law into their own hands, they will face the music. They will have no place in Karnataka. If they want to live in Karnataka, it is our manifesto. This is Sarva Janangada Shantyatoda. That means it is the garden of all religion and caste.
But you spoke about banning Bajrang Dal. Will you do that?
Well, if anybody whacks their tile, if they work beyond the constitution, if they take law into their own hands, definitely we will act. They will have to face the music.
But what about PFI and SDPI?
Anybody for that matter, anybody who wants to take the law into their own hands like moral policing or in the name of religion, if they want to harass people or kill people, if they take law into their own hands, they will face the music. They will have no place in Karnataka. If they want to live in Karnataka, it is our manifesto. This is Sarva Janangada Shantyatoda. That means it is the garden of all religion and caste.
All right, let's open this up for comments from our panelists. So, yeah, Tehseen Poonawala, wagging one's tail is beyond the scope of the constitution now.
Very well said by BK Hariprasad. He's the leader of the party in the upper house. Anyone out of the constitution, and you'll agree with this, Madhav, anyone moral policing, beating women up, telling them what to wear, killing on the name of religion, caste, will be dealt by the law of the land. Can you go out of the Constitution of India? No. This is what Congress will implement. No space for any being goons. But
so there will be a ban on Bajrang Dal. That's what you're saying.
There will be law and order maintained. There will be law and order maintained, unlike what the Honorable Home Minister of India said while Manipur was burning, that there will be riots. I know that the BJP will try and create riots. That is what they are famous for. But anyone doing it, anyone will be dealt according to the law.
Mr. Rajgopal, how do you see this move going down?
Hariprasad is becoming mini Yogi Adityanath in Karnataka.
Okay.
The reason being, what is Yogi Adityanath is doing, Congress is opposing it. Same thing Congress is now doing. We will, wagging tails, cutting, he does it for some other community, he is doing for some other community. Both of them together. Same, both of them.
One at a time.
Same thing Yogi Adityanath is doing. Why do you criticize then?
Okay.
Bulldozer also same.
Okay. Strong arm tactics.
That is extrajudicial, this is judicial.
One at a time.
The Honorable Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, his vigilante army, stops people and moral polices. Here they are saying there will be no moral policing. They tell who you should love, who you should not love. Here they are saying we will not stop it. There's a massive difference.
Okay. One at a time. Yes. Sanjay Jha, then I go across to GVL. Yes.
Madhav, I think a lot of us forget that, Karnataka houses the Silicon Valley of the East. It has the best startups the country has produced, unicorns and what have you. And therefore, I think you have to ensure that law and order in the state is given primordial status. And I believe that this is not to do with religion at all. I mean, he starts by saying it doesn't matter whether it's a PFI or any other body.
Exactly.
Please do not disrupt the life of the common citizen of Karnataka. And I think that's what governance is about.
All right. Let me quickly bring in fact, GVL Narasimha Rao on this. GVL Narasimha Rao, there's a qualitative difference within the activities of the Bajrang Dal and other groups and actions really of the UP Chief Minister. That's the statement coming in from several of our panelists over here. How do you react to that? And how do you react to the statement of DK Hariprasad in the first place?
Yeah, I've heard the comments of Mr. Hariprasad. I think the Congress party and its government will be assessed by their deeds, not by their words, because Congress never is known to follow the policy that it claims to have. We've seen how when the Congress was in government in Karnataka, how police stations were attacked by certain elements of the minority community. This was something that was never seen. In the heart of Bangalore city, people attacked, goons attacked the rail police stations, and the government was silent. So, Siddaramaiah followed appeasement politics. He wrote to all the jails in the state saying all the under trials belonging to the minority community should be let off.
Okay.
The Congress party has had alliances with SDPI, which is a political arm of the PFI. So the Congress party can make any tall claims that it claims. But the reality is that the Congress is never known to follow a real secular polity. It has always followed appeasement politics.
It's appeasement politics that you're going to see once again in Karnataka.
I'm just challenging on national TV the Honorable Member of Parliament. September 2022, the Election Commissioner of India said, and I'm quoting Times of India, we would like to ban the SDPI, but the Home Ministry has given us no iota of evidence. Now, sir, you're the Member of Parliament. Sir, you're the Member of Parliament. That's a terrorist organization. I am requesting you, please ban the organization. Why, Madhav? Give the evidence, sir.
You
should give it.
What is the Congress party's stance on SDPI?
Sir, the Congress is
not.
Sir, the Election Commission expects evidence from the Honorable Home Minister, not from the BJP or the Congress. You are a Member of Parliament. Kindly ask the Honorable Home Minister to give the proof. Has the Election Commissioner said what I said or no? He said the Home Ministry gives us no evidence. Kindly do it and do it.
I'm going to let GVL. One second. I'm coming.
Who's stopping you?
GVL, the question from here is very simple. Do you have action taken against the PFI? That has been taken. That is, of course, a series of cases that you have seen. If there is evidence against the SDPI, then please take action, says the Congress party, because this is clearly in the centre's court. This is a ball that's in the centre's court. It's for your party to take action at the centre. GVL.
No, but you see, but that doesn't mean that the Congress party will go and hug the SDPI because it is not yet banned. Because the SDPI as a political arm is known to people.
Okay.
Who is it?
You're saying it's not illegal, but it's improper. It's about propriety. Suman Sirama. It's about the propriety of it. There's perhaps no illegality. That's his point of view.
No. This is an organization which is recognized by the Election Commission, which is allowed to contest elections.
Exactly.
And then if you look, it's very simple. You have evidence, take action.
Yeah.
And it is a role. How long? I mean, I remember being on debates from 2015 about PFI. When was it banned? 2022. So 7 years.
It does take time.
PFI is anti-national. PFI is involved in terrorist activities.
But eventually it has been banned now.
So, yes, sir. So his point of view is that it takes time. That a case perhaps has been built up.
After BJP had banned PFI, now they are talking about, congressmen are talking about banning PFI. When they were in power, what were they doing? And I would also like to remind, I'm not saying that anything else, I'm just going to remind what was Sidda's rule previous time. 6,521 murders, including 2,534 victims being women under Siddaramaiah's rule. 77 out of 100, highest score in corruption in the country. Highest number of accidents in the country. And I can go on. Okay. So today they have a mandate. But they should remember 2013 to 2018, 5 years of drought. And Mr. Siddaramaiah's government was considered to be one of the most inefficient and ineffective, particularly on the law and order front and protection against women.
Well, to be fair,
they should not be talking about
today's the day when the Congress has won this election. I'm coming to each of you once again. You know, but one simple point I want to make here, Mr. Sriram, is today is a day when it's clearly the image of the existing outgoing government that is under question here. The people have spoken. Those people have spoken. Yes, and Siddaramaiah was perhaps punished for it. He did not get the mandate again. Now we're talking about the current government which is outgoing. And let me bring in fact, at this moment, Sanjay Jha. Sanjay Jha, my question is very simple. There is one thing for these issues to come up during the campaign. But do you think that this narrative has been set for the next 5 years now? It's going to be Bajrang Dal, it's going to be SDPI, it's going to be PFI. That's going to dominate the news in Karnataka.
I think that's a tragedy of our times. I mean, you know, to be honest with you, Madhav, all over the world, political parties are actually seriously debating climate change. You will find no conversation on climate change. People are, if some politician says it, you think this guy is really cuckoo, and what's he talking about? So I think we are not discussing inequality. We are not really discussing how to really, you know, kind of look at infrastructure. We're not even talking about the debate between development and the cost of development. No conversation at all. So I think that is exactly what political parties need to mature.
Absolutely.
And we're not even debating the economy.
Yes.
This verdict
is
a message
very good
that
question.
People want to hear this conversation.
Okay, that's a very important point that you've made, and I want to bring in fact, Mr. Rajgopal on that. Mr. Rajgopal, Rahul Gandhi campaigned on some amount of economic issues. Congress also raised the issue of price rise. Are these issues that are still people are connected to, or are these issues that don't matter, according to you?
It does not matter.
It does not matter. That's not what they voted on.
No, they don't. They are more enamored of Bajrang Dal, PFI, SDAPI, like that. But whatever Sanjay Jha now may say, again they voted power to Congress. And next year it will be BJP. Coming to the main crux of the problem, which new point I would like to enlighten is JDS decimation. is a dangerous situation for NCP in Maharashtra, MDMK in Tamil Nadu, PDP in Kashmir. Such type of smaller parties are being eaten away by Congress. So that Rahul Gandhi also said state parties do not matter. You remember?
Yes.
Rahul Gandhi said state parties do not matter. Therefore, we are coming to a bipolar system, Congress versus BJP.
Okay. Sumant, you want to take that question? Are we looking at a situation where the Congress is going to start eating up or at least sort of whittling down its allies?
With the Shiv Sena example staring us in the face as to what's happened in Maharashtra over the last 25 years.
That's different.
I think
and over the last 1 year.
And over the last 1 year in particular.
Then Akali Dal
accuse the Congress of swallowing up regional parties.
Then Akali Dal also, you must say.
Until 2 years ago, what was he saying? Congress is ceding space to regional parties. In state after state, it is ceasing to be a force. Now they are swallowing regional parties.
Rahul Gandhi, what did Rahul Gandhi say?
I think the Congress has been too
Rahul Gandhi
democratic.
said state parties no relevance in the all India politics. Did he not say?
No, he also said that he wants to see the Congress dominating rather than these allies.
Rajagopalan's comment must be taken in the right context. What is he saying is, from the time the BJP has come to power and earlier Congress was there, Congress, whom did they take action upon? DMK, when they were a ruling coalition, when they were talking in alliance in Anna Arivalayam office on the ground floor, in the first floor the raid was happening. Same way, YS Jagan, he was the chief minister, he was the son of their own chief minister. Under Congress regime, corruption was happened is what they put the case. Who put the case? Congress. Because Congress, dating with Congress is a dangerous deal.
But that is exactly their problem. Their problem is that the BJP doesn't raid its own. That's the problem that they are saying. You want to quickly respond to that?
Congress may be a dangerous or a boyfriend on a devil's edge, but BJP is a psychopath. He finishes off the political party.
All right. I don't want to get into. Let's not make defamatory statements here. Let's keep this in a fair context. All right.
Let's keep it.
Let's keep it.
All right. There's some visuals coming in of Mallikarjun Kharge being greeted over there. There's KC Venugopal. You can see DK Shivakumar, Randeep Singh Surjewala, as well as Siddaramaiah. A lot of smiling faces in the Congress. They've had a long and perhaps tiring campaign. At the end of the day, they have finished with 137 seats. That's as far as the Congress's performance is concerned. We're going to come back to the BJP. Several questions, in fact, that panelists have asked of the BJP. I'm going to come back to you, GVL Narasimha, in just 2 minutes for more on that. Stay tuned.